Hey, how's it going? Hey, welcome back to Mood Scale Adventure. Hey, today's video, what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do is another light edition. Because I don't have enough lights, apparently. I enjoy my lights. But hey, today we're going to talk about, we're going to look at this up here. That up there is the Lasfit 42-inch light bar. Let me tell you this thing's impressive. I love that thing. All right, hey, before we get too far into this video, I need to let you guys know, hey, Mood Scale merch has moved. So we're no longer at Long Creek Overland Apparel. We're now at shopoverlandapparel.com. All right, and I'll put a link in the description for that. So if you're looking for Mood Scale merch, check us out over at shopoverlandapparel.com. Once again, put a link in the description. All right, appreciate it. All right, so one thing I want to say about this 42-inch light bar real quick is, all right, so obviously I've got pod lights. I've got some 7-inch round lights on the front. So I've got several sets of lights, right? So I've got lights in multiple locations, all right? So if you were to ever ask me, hey, I want to put on some lights, I want some lights for some night trail runs or something like that. What are the most useful to brighten up the trail, all right? You're not thinking about fog, or you're not thinking about snow or rain or dust or anything like that. Light bar. This 42-inch light bar, or you can get them in different sizes. You can get them smaller than that. But a light bar up here on the roof, I'm just amazed at how bright that thing is. Like, I don't need these. Honestly, I don't need these for the trail. If I just had that, I would be perfectly happy. Now, there's other situations where, the ditch lights, the front fog lights, those would come in handy. But if you're just wanting to do some night trail runs, that's your answer. That is your lighting answer right there. All right, so we've got this Lasfit 42-inch light bar, right? This thing's a beauty. I like the low profile build of this thing. And I'm going to put this on my roof rack. So I want to install this on the roof rack. That way, like a lot of things I do, I like to be able to take everything off. So attaching the roof rack, I really love to do that. So we're going to mount this sucker. Something like that. So it's going to be actually on the underside. Instead of putting it up on the top, so I've got this flipped upside down. Instead of putting it on the top, I want to put it down low. So it's going to sit something like that. Now, Lasfit, they do send some really good mounting hardware. So, like, they send you, 3 boxes of hardware. They got side brackets. They've got bottom brackets. So you can kind of choose how you want to mount it. So you can see I've already got 2 of the brackets put on there. And they just slide in the groove there, so you can set them however far apart you want. And then you just bolt them right through there. So I'm going to drill a few holes right through that. So I'm going to bolt it to the tubing of my rack. All right. So first thing we need to do, measure out the 42 inches. Then we need to figure out the spacing for the brackets and where I want to put my bolt holes. Let's see, 42. Yeah, let me show you the how the mounting hardware goes on this. If you're using the bottom bracket, the sides, they just go on the side here. But you got your nut here, and you're gonna drop it down into this wider section here. There's a spot to drop the nut down in there, and then you can slide it down along the channel. Then you got this other little top piece that goes on top, the spacer. Then your bracket's gonna go on that. It can be adjusted. Nice little adjustable bracket there. So I really like that setup for the mounting hardware. I think that's pretty slick, easy to use, and it's nice to be able to adjust your spacing. You know how far apart you want to space your brackets, and a lot of that can be dependent upon what you're mounting that to, right? So I like that design. All right, so we've got all the mounting hardware on there. Got my bolts on there, and my holes drilled. So all I got to do is line it up. Boom. All right. There she is, all hooked on. We're gonna go take a look and see what it looks like on the Jeep. Ooh. So there it is. Obviously, I still need to do the wiring. Haven't done that yet, but looks pretty good up there attached to the roof rack. I like it. I'm pretty excited about it. Uh, yeah. Now we just gotta get the wiring done and go take a look and see how it does. At nighttime. See if it's that bright. All right. So for the wiring of this bad boy, we're gonna go ahead and use the Lasfit wiring harness. So this is a pretty sweet little wiring harness, by the way. Uh, what's the difference in this and say an iLight? Well, you've got the waterproof connection like that. I love those. Those are way better than the little clip in pronged things like what Nightlight does. So it's pretty standard overall, really. You've got your little button there if you want to use their harness and their actual switch there. So I've been using the Blazer International. It's awesome as far as like I love it. It doesn't have wires in the cab that way, which I really like on this. But there was only room for my what do I have? Two, four, six, eight. My 8 lights. So I'm going to end up going ahead and running this into the cab and using this for now. But it does have a way that you can peel off the back, and you can just stick that to your dash if you want to do that. It's got its relay here and an inline fuse. So this is what we're going to use to wire up the 42-inch light bar up on top. All right, let's do that. All right, so we drop the wire down, right down through the engine block area, right there. So after you feed it down through there, you're going to want to go to the driver's side tire area. And that's where you're going to find your entry point. So, see my wire is right here. And then that hole, where's my finger? Right there. That's how you're going to get through the firewall. All right. You take a little cap off, and then you have to puncture a little hole and a little. It's just got kind of this little rubbery film deal. You just puncture a little hole there, and then that'll shove it through your firewall right there underneath your steering wheel. All right, that's what we're doing. There it is. All right, we're just gonna hook up to that and set our little plug in here, our little switch. I mean, in here. Now, pull through. I'm not doing anything too fancy with this for now. Just gonna put it under my floor mat. All right. Something like that. I'll do something with it. But, and I'll do something better with that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But now for the moment of truth, we'll click this sucker. Lights are on. Those suckers are nice. That's a nice light right there. All right, I can't wait to get this thing out at night and try out these lights. I mean, woo! I don't know if you can see with the sun. Man, that sucker looks bright. I like it. All right, so let's do the final test here. Now this right here is just regular headlights. And you got bright lights there. Now let me show you the 42-inch light bar. Woo! Now that is a lot brighter. All right, let me throw on these other lights so we can test it against the pod lights and the 7-inch round lights on the grill. So that's the 7-inch round lights. That's the pod lights at the A-pillar. Not bad, but if you really want to light up the trail, you can barely tell the others are on with that thing.